Welcome to another exhilarating off-road adventure in the Sycamore Creek area. So today, join us with Larry in his Segway Villain. It's a side-by-sider UTV, and we're going to test his latest creation. He just installed it yesterday. Now, I'm in our Villain with Robin, and she'll be taking most of the video today. Yay! I get to drive, and she's going to take great video. I win. We're also joined by Roger and Jean in their Razor, as well as Brian and Joanne. They also have a Razor. This desert adventure will be full of scenic views, but some of the trails are rated somewhere between a 4 to a 6 out of 10, so climbs and descents up to 24 degrees. Robin is in for some thrilling moments, but she'll have a blast. So we just left the parking lot. You can see Robin has panned the camera around behind us to show you what the trail looks like from the parking lot. This is a road, not a trail. But pretty soon we're going to turn on 1847 and head out to where the adventure is going to begin. We're going to turn right on 1848 and head off on this ridge for a short distance before we do a descent. And this is where it does start to get a little bit exciting. I always love this section. This is where I remind Robin that a year ago we came out here for our very first ride ever with me driving the Villain, or any side-by-side for that matter, off-road. And just down here you're going to see it's not as bad as it was a year ago, but there's a hole, a pit, a rut. We had to drive through it, and the people in front of us, they were on 2-3 wheels, I don't know. It was pretty exciting, intimidating, scary, all kinds of adrenaline motivating things. I'm looking forward to it. You can sort of get the idea. It's not exactly a smooth ride down. Watch Brian. We're parked at the bottom of the hill, so it's pretty far away, but you can even see Roger bouncing down through there. Not a smooth road. A lot of fun to go back up, though. You'll see that on the way back. So just before you get into the creek, there is a ridge on the right and a trail running along the base, which is not marked. I know where this turn is. I never want to miss it because this is so much fun. You hang a right on this trail, then very quickly after that you make a left, go up the steep incline, and you're up on a ridge. And this takes you all the way over to Widowmaker, where you're on top. Great views, Razorback. Pay attention, do not fall off. It's a lot of fun up here. This is our last climb. We're going to be on top of Widowmaker here in just a moment, and then it's downhill, and for those who want back up and down the hill, Widowmaker is a fun place to play. Keep in mind, our first time ever off-road with Villain was right here, and we came down Widowmaker following our neighbors who had 64-inch wide vehicles. We're 72. We're looking at these walls in the slot and saying, no way we're going to fit. I did not know how to do two-pedal driving. You could hear the clutch had disengaged. The engine's making all kinds of whirring sounds. It was quite an adventure. Lots of butt puckering. And this hole is still quite a challenge. If you don't pick the right line, it can definitely make you roll. So we parked the Villain, got out. Robin took the GoPro, went a little ways up the hill, but wasn't really up to climbing way up there where she could get the best shots. I got on the radio, told everybody, come on down, but I had no idea which of the slots it was. Roger and Jean were next, and then Larry. Everybody played on the Widowmaker for a little while, but they didn't come to play here yet. We'll do that on the way back. They just wanted to go ride, so we're going to take off and go see some more. Larry installed a new ECU a couple days ago on the Villain, and he's kind of anxious to see what it's going to do and compare it to mine. I mean, they're both the same machines. He has some different modifications than me, but we're going to save that for another video. We headed up the creek. That is 1849A. I don't know how many miles it is up there, but eventually you hang a left on P4007. So that takes you out of the creek, up a canyon to where we're going to have lunch, and there's lots of quartz rock for Robin to look at. Some people call it Crystal Mountain. Our lunch spot and the quartz all happen to be at the base of the very spot where in our previous video Gary managed to tip his machine over on its side. Watch that video if you want to have a laugh. It was pretty funny. A comedy of errors, I would say. This also happens to be where P4007 intersects with 1876 and takes us up onto the ridge. So it's a perfect spot to take off after lunch. A lot of people play out here, and when they die, they have their ashes spread in their favorite area. So I suspect this marker, Bill Hill, is one of those people. I really don't know his story. What I do know is the rest of this ride is going to keep going up, and eventually we're going to hang a left onto my favorite trail, 4010. That will take us back down to the creek, and then we can play some more. But this is one of my favorite roads right through here. This trail is steep, it's rutted, it's rocky, it's slippery, it has drop-offs, it has terrific views. I mean, what's not to love about this thing? It's 18 to 24 degrees, depending on where you're at. I'm just having way too much fun, and Robin's doing a great job of shooting the video, getting people behind us, giving you some perspective. Amazing. If we'd been on this trail a year ago, there would have been way too much butt puckering, and Robin would have definitely been screaming, and it wouldn't have been a fun scream. We're progressing. Eventually, we went a left on 4010. Now we're up on the ridge top with fantastic views, ups and downs, and some of them really steep, but nothing more than a 24-degree angle. But if you're coming up it and you only see sky, or you're on the other side and you're getting ready to go over the edge, it definitely gets your attention. Or, as we say, there's a lot of butt puckering going on. So I've been up here, I think 3 times. Twice going in this direction and once going in the other direction. So I'm starting to feel a lot more comfortable with the terrain, and I really enjoy it a lot. But for Robin, this is a first adventure, so I know she's nervous, and I appreciate she's not screaming. I mean, if she was screaming for joy, that'd be great, but the screaming, oh my god, I'm gonna die, that's not a good thing. From here, there's a lot of downhill, some of it pretty sketchy. There's a few spots that are sort of flat, easy. It's going to be a lot of fun for me, and a lot of cringing for Robin. But she's shooting videos, so she's doing okay. So that gray line you see running across at the base of the mountains in the distance, that is Sycamore Creek, and of course our destination. So we get back down there, we can go play around some more on the hills, on Widowmaker. I think I need to correct a statement I made just a moment ago. Robin is not shooting video at this point. She is hanging on for dear life. But there is no screaming, so she is doing okay. Now, we're heading into our last major descent, and it is a bit sketchy. Sure, there's spots where it's 24 degrees and there's ruts and rocks. And it's just great entertainment for me. Second time going down, I have some idea what I'm getting into. Poor Robin has no idea when it's going to end, but it will soon. And there you go, we're down in the wash. It's pretty flat, soft, there'll be some sweeping turns. It's a lot of fun between here and Widowmaker. Brian said he had absolutely no problem heading across Sycamore Creek and going up Widowmaker, so I said, take it away, we'll follow in video. And there he goes. I don't think Roger realized it at the time. Brian had gone up to the right side of that spot you see up there, whereas Roger went up the left side, and it was so soft. Full power, tires are spinning, and he's barely moving, but he made it. Larry followed Roger's path to the left, but when he got up into the slot where he had to turn left, I thought at first it was the sun and the dust causing an issue. It turned out he was running up the wall because he was having a difficult time making the left-hand turn. So I couldn't really tell what was going on because it was too far away and too much dust, but I spoke to Larry after the fact. He said once he couldn't make the turn, he had to back up a couple times in order to make it. Then he got on the radio and told me that I might not want to go that way, but Robin had already assured me I did not want to go that way, so we went a different way. So I decided to take Robin up the new route that Gary and I found the last time we were here. So to the left of Widowmaker, as you're looking at it, you go up the canyon a little ways, hang a right, and it's an 18 to 24 degree climb. But The walls aren't very steep, and all in all, I think it just looks less scary. Well, we'll let Robin decide as we go out. I do know it is a fun ride, though. The lip did make her pucker quite a bit. If you haven't noticed Larry's windshield, this he made himself. I helped him yesterday with the final installation, and there will be a future video. And it folds down, not up. You too can do this for very little money. Anyway, that's another video. We went back the way we came, but we had a bunch of fun on the way back, so I'm going to show you some more video. Originally, I had planned on taking the main road back because roads are easy and we might have been too tired, but everybody said they had plenty of energy. Let's have more fun. So that's why we went along the ridge and back the same route. If you remember at the beginning of the video, we came down this hill and I said it would be a lot more fun on the way back. Well, we're going to go up it and I'm going to show you because this time Robin and I got out of the vehicle, walked up the hill about halfway to the fun spot. We're shooting video. Check it out. Now, Joanne's the passenger, and I think you can see it. There's a big smile on her face. I'm guessing she was chuckling. I can't remember if I heard anything over the sound of the engine, but maybe. Robin thinks she heard Joanne making butt puckering noises. I don't know. I haven't asked anybody why they picked the path they did on the way up this hill, but I'm going to go with they knew I was recording and they wanted me to have a good video. So they picked some lines that made it very entertaining. Yeah, that sounds good. Watching these guys in slow motion, I'm amazed at how tilty they got, and yet nobody rolled over. These are pretty cool machines. So Larry, when he was doing this, decided it was just so easy. He could drive with one hand, hold his cell phone in the other hand, and use it to record a video as he went up the hill. Well, as I understand it, when the driver's side tires fell down into that one rut, it was a handful, but he did maintain it. It looks good. So Robin was videoing me since I was driving up the hill, and this is what it looks like in normal speed. So I took the same clip and slowed it down and zoomed in so you can see what it really looks like. And it is a lot more exciting than at normal speed because that didn't look like much of anything going up there. But look at those tires. They're not even on the ground a lot. This is fun. Well, that's it for this recording. Use the comment section below if you want to share your experience at this location or maybe recommend an area that you really enjoy. Please keep it clean. Want this to be a family-oriented channel, so review what you type before you submit it. Thanks. I apologize if you happen to hear something during the ride's recording that may not sound family-oriented. I will try very hard not to let certain words slip out during an exciting moment. We'll see how that works. If you found this video helpful or just enjoyed it, please hit the like button below. Share the link with your friends. Be sure to subscribe so you can easily keep up with my latest videos, which will continue to cover things like Segway Villain Owner's Area of Interest, reviews of accessories, where to ride, tips about the villain, how-to videos, and lots more. Yep, there's going to be more. Thanks for watching.